This is where I've shot hundreds of my YouTube videos over the last 6 years, and that is not going to change. This is still going to be my YouTube filming studio. But what you probably don't know is that in recent years, my wife has been doing the first draft editing for most of the content on this channel. While I get the credit, she's the one making sure that my While I get the credit, she's the one spending hours making sure my mistakes disappear. But here's the problem, her editing setup was far from ideal. And when you can spend more than 6 hours at a desk editing, you need to be comfortable. And for me, when I'm editing and reframing 360 videos in here, that takes even longer. And if you've ever worked with 360 footage, you know it's not a quick process. I'll be sat at my desk for hours, adjusting keyframes, reframing shots, and also in the winter it's freezing in this room and I just can't keep it warm, and after hours of editing I just feel like I've aged a decade. So we decided it was time for a serious upgrade, but not just for my wife, but for the both of us. So we decided to move our desks into the same room, making it easier to share ideas, work together and edit side by side. And we wanted a minimalist setup with our desks and chairs that was comfortable and supported good posture, so we don't suffer for it later in life. These desks behind me are sit-stand desks, which means at the push of a button you can raise or lower them to the perfect height. So now I can mix it up, standing for part of an edit session and sitting down when I need to focus more. And it's a real upgrade, especially when you can be spending hours editing in the same position. But now let's talk about the real game changer, these chairs. I've gone through so many cheap chairs over the years, and this one, well, just look at it, it's embarrassing. So now thanks to Flexispot, we've got a proper ergonomic setup. And I have to say, these chairs make a massive difference when you're editing for hours on end. It actually took me a few days to get the perfect setup with these chairs because there was just so many new things I kept discovering that you could adjust. And they really have thought of everything to make these chairs as comfortable and as supportive as possible. So they've got an adjustable seat depth, so this means that the seat itself slides forwards and backwards. And it's latex with memory foam, so it's firm but springy at the same time. And it's super comfortable. They've got spring-loaded lumbar support, and this keeps your lower back properly supported. And an adjustable back height, and this means you can move the entire backrest up or down to find the perfect fit for your lower back. And there's a tiltable removable headrest, and you can adjust this forward, backwards, up or down, or remove it entirely. But my favourite feature has to be the armrests, which I know is an unusual thing to say. I never really used armrests before in any chair that I've had. In fact, I've never even had armrests. I didn't think I needed them. But having them makes a huge difference when you're editing for long hours. And these ones aren't just basic armrests either. These are fully adjustable. They go up and down, they rotate 360 degrees, and they have an additional secondary rotation section as well, so you can position these in infinite number of positions. And for some reason, I just really enjoyed clicking them around. As with most higher end office chairs, there's also a spring-loaded back which can be locked in place. But then when you want to relax, you can just push right back and relax. And as much as I like this feature, unfortunately you can't adjust the tension of the spring, so you can either lock it off or have it spring back. There's no middle ground. And there's also a hidden feature in this chair which I thought was a bit of a gimmick at first, and that is the built-in footrest. At first I thought, well, I don't actually need this, but when I started using it, it's just great just to take the weight off your feet. And sometimes I'll just lean back and think through a script or think through an edit. And also if you've got a VR headset, it's a surprisingly fun way to play some games in VR as well. If I had to be ultra critical about this chair, I would say it might be just too big for some spaces and for some people. This chair is huge compared to a lot of office chairs, and it would be good just to have even more adjustments so that you can make it more compact. Maybe bring the armrest uprights in a bit and have even more adjustment on the seat. So if you're shorter, you can sit much further forward if you wanted to. This chair is for the serious office user or editor, and it's unnecessary for those that don't spend much time sat at a desk. Having this proper setup up here now with supportive, comfortable chairs in this minimalist, clutter-free environment has made a real difference to both of us. And if your workspace needs an upgrade or you spend hours editing like me, then check out the links in the description and use my discount code to get the best price on the desks and the chairs. Let me know in the comments what you think of this new setup, and I'll see you in the next video.